Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. That was a perfect swing. Let's do it again. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Well, happy Sunday. Tomorrow's the beginning of the fall semester at Phoenix College, and just my luck that as soon as I return to work, I get a ton of other opportunities with gig work, with there's a sister college of Phoenix College, and also one of my colleagues has a conference to go to, so I got to substitute in for him. But I know I got to do this because otherwise, later this year, I'll be complaining about not getting enough work. So that's just my luck. I got to, uh, with my art project, I have one customer who is interested in all sorts of interesting elements. He's an element collector, and so he wants to see some other designs with. I sold him a lead Buddha already. He wants to see lead in other things. You know, it's kind of funny. The first time I decided to pour the lead, I have a friend who works at a shooting range. He gives me all the bullets, and so the problem is that I don't think I got pure lead though. I probably, fortunately, lead bullets are less and less common. So it looks like I actually have a mixture. I wish I knew how to tell what those bullets are. I probably melted a bunch of lead and bismuth bullets together, and I know that because the melting point of the whole thing was a lot lower than either lead or bismuth, and the lead and bismuth form interesting mixtures like that. I got to get some kind of device to tell what I have, but that's all right. That's great that the melting point is considerably lower, but at the same time, it doesn't bulge out of the mold, so that's good too. So you get some of the benefits of the low melting point, along with lead contracting when it freezes. Now, the first time I did that, I had a nervous breakdown because as it is, I have, uh, well, I have heavy metal toxicity as it is, so I have to be very careful with working with lead. But I discovered that working with the lead forced me to pay a lot of attention to detail. I got too cavalier and too casual when I was working with the metals that weren't so dangerous, right? Bismuth, tin, zinc, aluminum, and I got too cavalier, and sometimes it translated to the rest of my life and career as well. Working with lead forced me to actually pay attention, and I find more and more I'm paying attention to all sorts of detail in other areas of my life, and that is great. Now, the one thing that killed me last year or last semester was I didn't have a life partner. So after a stressful event like paying attention to detail while working with lead bullets, and after a bunch of crazy commitments, right? I was working at a tutoring center, and I often got wonky hours because, again, people think that I don't have any other commitments in my life, and I wish people weren't so blatant about the unfairness of it all, right? So, for example, during the time I was working there, I worked there 9 months, and I only took one day off, and I actually had to lie to get that day off. I told my boss that I finally uh, get to go on a date with a girl. I lied to him. I was going to go on a date with myself, but I lied to him because I knew that would be more palatable. I had a strategy in mind, actually. I would lie to him, go out by myself, and when I come back, explain to him that the girl stood up on me, and I still had a great time. And in fact, I had the best time of my life. That was my plan. Unfortunately, it blew right off of him. He's 70 years old and just doesn't have a very open mind. And so, anyways, I'm asking for your prayers as I begin the fall semester. My two main prayers that I need are there are a few people that I'm thinking of, seeing if they would become life partners or non-romantic life partners. That's the trickiest part of it all. And second, I'd like a prayer for me to stay safe while I work with lead, cadmium, thallium, um, maybe mercury amalgams, and what else was there that I thought about? And some of the radioisotopes. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.